The final moments of Gene Littler's life were indeed sad, but his story is one of incredible courage and grace that deserves celebration. On February 15, 2019, at age 88, this golfing legend quietly passed away, ending a remarkable journey that spanned nearly 4 decades of professional golf. Gene Alec Littler was born in San Diego, California on July 21, 1930. Before discovering golf, he enjoyed baseball and surfing as a teenager. After attending San Diego State University, he served in the U.S. Navy from 1951 to 1954, where he continued developing his golf skills on the Navy golf team. His amateur career signaled exceptional talent right from the start. In 1953, he played on the victorious United States Walker Cup team and captured both the U.S. Amateur Championship, defeating Dale Morey 1-up, and the California State Amateur. But perhaps his most telling accomplishment came in January 1954, when Littler, still an amateur, won his hometown San Diego Open, a PGA Tour event. This feat was so uncommon that it wasn't replicated until Doug Sanders achieved it in 1956. Just 2 days after his San Diego Open victory, Littler officially turned professional. His first professional win followed swiftly in 1955 at the Los Angeles Open, and he went on to win 4 times that year. This rapid and consistent early success directly led to him earning the moniker Gene the Machine due to his remarkably consistent ball striking and smooth rhythmical swing. Golf legend Gene Sarazen famously described Littler's swing as perfect, like Sam Snead, only better. Fellow golfing great Mickey Wright also praised his swing as one of the finest she had ever witnessed. Despite this widespread acclaim for his mechanical perfection, Littler maintained a humble profile throughout his career. He prioritized time with his family over cultivating a public brand on the PGA Tour and generally preferred less fanfare. The pinnacle of Littler's major championship pursuits came at the 1961 U.S. Open, held at Oakland Hills Country Club in Michigan. He delivered a stellar final round 68, overcoming a 3-shot deficit to defeat Doug Sanders and Bob Goalby by a single stroke. This victory solidified his status as a major champion and formidable competitor. However, Gene the Machine was not infallible. In the late 1950s, he went through a significant slump after tinkering with his swing, which temporarily disrupted his renowned consistency. This period of struggle was overcome in 1959, which became his most productive year on tour, yielding 5 PGA Tour victories and a career-best second-place finish on the money list. His recovery was directly attributed to adjusting his grip based on invaluable advice from renowned golf instructor Paul Runyon. In March 1972, at age 42, Gene Littler faced the most profound challenge of his life, a diagnosis of malignant melanoma. This critical form of skin cancer was discovered in the lymph glands under his left arm. He underwent immediate surgery to remove the malignant tumor, followed by a second, more extensive procedure 2 weeks later to remove all gland-bearing tissue in that area. Following such a severe diagnosis and extensive surgery, many observers believed that Littler's illustrious playing career was effectively over. Concerns were prevalent regarding his ability to return to his previous level of play. However, Littler defied these expectations with remarkable resolve. Just 7 months after his surgeries and having been declared cancer-free by his doctors, he was back on tour, competing at the Kaiser International Open in October 1972. By 1973, Littler was back on a full PGA Tour schedule. His comeback culminated in a deeply emotional victory at the St. Louis Children's Hospital Open in July 1973, a mere 16 months after his initial surgery. He secured the win by 1 stroke over Bruce Crampton, a triumph he described as the most gratifying and emotional of his career. He expressed being absolutely overcome by the win, recognizing that he was the only player who had ever come back from that kind of surgery. Speaking of incredible sports comebacks and inspiring athletic moments, if you love watching golf and other amazing sports stories unfold, you should definitely check out FUBO. They have an incredible selection of live sports coverage, including golf tournaments, so you never miss those clutch moments and dramatic finishes that make sports so captivating. In recognition of his courageous return, Littler received the Ben Hogan Award in 1973, an honor presented by the Golf Writers Association of America to an individual who has made a courageous comeback from injury or illness. That same year, the USGA presented him with the Bob Jones Award, their highest honor for distinguished sportsmanship in golf. His post-cancer performance was not a fleeting moment. He demonstrated sustained excellence, adding 3 more PGA Tour victories in 1975 and his final PGA Tour win in 1977. In 1975, at age 45, he finished 5th on the money list, marking the 8th time he had won multiple tournaments in a season. Despite his overall consistency, Littler experienced several agonizing near misses in major championships. Even in his very first U.S. Open start in 1954, just months after turning professional, he held the 36-hole lead by 2 strokes over formidable competitors such as Ben Hogan and Ed Fergol. However, a challenging third-round 76 caused him to fall behind, and despite a resilient final round 70, he ultimately finished 1 stroke behind in second place. Littler's pursuit of a Masters green jacket culminated in a dramatic 18-hole playoff at the 1970 tournament. After a strong final round 70 brought him into a tie with Billy Casper at 279, they proceeded to an 18-hole playoff on Monday. In the playoff, Littler struggled, shooting a 74 to Casper's dominant 69, ultimately losing by 5 strokes. Perhaps his most agonizing major near miss occurred at the 1977 PGA Championship at Pebble Beach. Littler had played magnificently throughout the tournament, holding a commanding 5-stroke lead with just 9 holes to play in the final round. However, Gene the Machine dramatically short-circuited on the back 9, bogeying multiple holes due to bunkered approaches, 3 putts, and poor chips. His closing 76 allowed Lanny Wadkins to catch him, forcing the first sudden death playoff in major championship history. Littler ultimately lost to Wadkins on the 3rd sudden death hole. Gene Littler's career statistics underscore his remarkable longevity and consistent excellence. He accumulated 54 professional wins, including 29 PGA Tour titles, 8 PGA Tour Champions victories, and additional wins on the Japan Golf Tour and PGA Tour of Australasia. His consistency was such that he only once finished outside the top 60 on the PGA Tour money list between 1954 and 1979, that single instance being his cancer-affected year of 1972. He was a cornerstone of the U.S. Ryder Cup team, participating in 6 consecutive teams from 1961 to 1971 and again in 1975. In his 27 matches, he compiled an impressive 14-5-8 record, and notably, he never played on a losing Ryder Cup team. He also recorded 20 top 10 finishes in major championships, including 17 in the 3 U.S.-based majors. Littler was universally admired for his silky smooth swing and his gentlemanly nature, which set him apart in an era of more flamboyant personalities. His famous quote, "Golf is not a game of great shots, it's a game of the best misses," encapsulated his pragmatic approach to the game and likely contributed significantly to his exceptional consistency and remarkable longevity. Despite competing alongside legends like Jack Nicklaus, Arnold Palmer, and Billy Casper, Littler maintained a relatively understated public profile. He was described as a homebody who valued time with his family more than creation of a brand on the PGA Tour. His extraordinary resilience in overcoming cancer further cemented his status as an inspirational figure in sports, demonstrating a quiet strength that resonated deeply with fans and peers alike. His induction into the World Golf Hall of Fame in 1990 recognized his profound contributions to the sport. Gene Littler's legacy is a complex portrait of exceptional talent, unwavering consistency, and profound resilience. While his major championship count may not rival some of his more celebrated contemporaries, his universally admired swing, gentlemanly conduct, and remarkable ability to return to elite competition after a life-threatening illness solidify his place as a revered figure in golf history. He was a champion not only of tournaments, but also of perseverance and sportsmanship, embodying the quiet dignity and enduring values of the game. His machine-like consistency was ultimately powered by an indomitable human spirit that continues to inspire long after his peaceful passing.